Hey guys, welcome to a new video. In this one, I'm going to be talking about the 5 things that I wish I knew when I first started dropshipping. Now, I've been dropshipping for probably 6-7 years now, so there's been a lot of things that I've learned over the years that I kind of wish I'd known when I first got started. So I've kind of been having to think about what I've learned over the years. You know, there's been a lot that's happened over the last six or so years. A lot of things have changed in my life, and I've learned a lot in terms of, running a business, in terms of dropshipping, e-commerce, things like that. So I've been trying to think about the things that I kind of wish I'd known back when I started, and I'm hoping to kind of share some of that sort of knowledge and advice with you on this video. So if you're new to dropshipping, if you're thinking about getting started in dropshipping, if you are already dropshipping but you're not seeing much success in terms of sales, then make sure you stick around to the end of this video, because these 5 tips are really going to help you kind of understand the process a little bit more in order to increase profits across your business. So the first thing that I want you all to know, the first thing that I wish I'd known back when I first started, is that the product is king. It really does not matter how nice your website is, how good your marketing, how good your ads are. At the end of the day, it's the product that will make the difference. You couldn't have an absolutely amazing marketing campaign. You could have an amazing kind of structure in terms of your website, great professional looking website, great photos. But if the products you are selling, if the market doesn't want that product, then you're never going to be able to sell it. It's as simple as that. You cannot force a product into the market. You have to find a product the market wants and then advertise that product to the market. That is really how you're going to see success. And really, when it comes to the product, you also have to be looking for certain criteria with the product, because I see so many times, and I'm guilty of this in the past as well, I've seen it so many times where people just pick random cheap plastic crap off AliExpress and try and sell it because it hits, the criteria we always talk about in terms of mass market appeal, solves a problem, has a bit of a wow factor, but they pick this really tacky looking rubbish basically, and they try and advertise that and they think they're going to do really well with it, and unfortunately that is not the case. And I've been guilty of it in the past as well. Back I'm talking 4, 5, 6 years ago when I was first getting started in this, and I was really starting to build up some traction and testing dozens and dozens and dozens of products, that I was picking some rubbish as well. And it is totally normal to do that, but you have to realize that you have to find products that people want, and their products that have a high perceived value is really what's going to do well for you. Because at the end of the day, people are giving you money, so they need to feel like the value they are getting is high, and giving somebody some sort of cheap plastic rubbish isn't really going to cut it, unfortunately. You have to find something good. So when it comes to product selection, always make sure you're picking that product that has that high perceived value, something that people will be interested in, something that catches people's attention on social media feeds, because different products work well on different platforms. So if you're using Facebook or Instagram as your advertising platform, you need to be advertising products that are more impulse purchase, rather than something that people will go to Google for and search. So for example, I've seen people try and sell garden shears on Facebook as their winning product. Yes, it has a mass market appeal. Yes, it solves a problem. Yes, I suppose it has a bit of a wow factor in the sense that it's going to catch your eye if you see some garden shears on an ad. I mean, it's pretty weak, but it could still do it. Yes, it kind of hits the criteria in a way, but are people really going to impulse buy garden shears on a Facebook ad? Probably not. Garden shears are something that you would go to, say, Google for and search for, and you buy it from Amazon, or you would go to the local DIY store and pick it up from there. That is, or a garden store even, you would go there and do it. You wouldn't necessarily just impulse buy garden shears. So when you're advertising products, when you're looking for products to sell, you need to be thinking about that impulse purchase if you're planning on advertising on Facebook and Instagram, because you have to understand the platform that you're advertising on as well. Things on Instagram are obviously always going to be more visual types of products. So, jewelry, accessories, clothing, things like that always do quite well on Instagram because it's kind of a photo platform. It's a visual platform. Whereas with Facebook, you may find that different types of products do well. Now, that's not to say, watches and jewelry and accessories and all that kind of stuff won't work well on Facebook, because they do. I've had a lot of success with sunglasses on Facebook, for example. But in terms of other products, things like gadgets, teeth whitening, kind of pet products, things that people kind of want to see working, or see kind of a video or something that kind of explains how it works, they tend to do better on Facebook. So you can't always have to kind of understand the platform that you're advertising to as well in terms of the product. So, at the end of the day, product is king. I've seen winning products literally make sales in the first 5 minutes of an ad going live. if you're running ads and you're not getting sales, and I'm assuming everything is correct in terms of how you got it set up, and you've kind of tested price points and things like that, and it's still not working, then it's probably going to be the product. And always make sure you try and find products that are pretty simple to understand. You don't want to have some complex kind of scientific, technical kind of product that you have to explain. I see these ultrasonic skin scrapers with pH test leveled skin testers or whatever. I don't know, it's crazy. Like, I can't even understand it. So how are my customers supposed to understand it? So having these really overly complex kind of products can really hinder your sales as well. You want something simple, something really simple that does well. There's some amazing products out there that have done incredibly well in the past because they're very simple to understand. There's like the oversized hoodie. I think it's the Oodie or the Oodie kind of thing. That is it's an oversized hoodie. People know what it is immediately, but it's a great product. Obviously, people like High Smile when they're doing the teeth whitening. It's teeth whitening. You know what it does. It whitens your teeth. Like, you understand the benefits of the product that you are trying to sell. So it's very important to choose products that are simple to understand and have that kind of mass market, kind of wow factor, impulse buy appeal as well, because that's really going to help you make sales. The second thing that I wish I knew when I first got started this was that understanding who your customer is incredibly important if you want to do well with your business. There was a time where I just basically just threw up a product description and just hope people would buy. That was kind of the strategy. There wasn't much to it, but over time I've learned that understanding who your customer is, what they want, the problems they're facing, how your product can solve those problems, kind of who they are, kind of the beliefs, the values, really understanding in depth who your perfect customer is makes an absolute world of difference when it comes to the amount of profit you make with your business. So really take the time to kind of sit back and have a think about who would be buying this product. Why would they buy that product? What is it about the product that they want? Kind of really understand the benefits of what you're trying to sell to solve the problem for the customer. They want the customer is always thinking when they come to the website, what is in it for me? It's like kind of subconscious thing. They come to this website, they have no idea who you are. You want them to give you their credit card details and pay you money for a product. So it's really important to understand your customer so you know exactly what they want. What is the problem they're facing? How does your product solve that problem? What are the benefits of your product? And how your offer is going to improve their life. It's very, very important for you to understand that so you can convey that across your product descriptions, across your ad copies, across any other marketing materials you're doing. You want to be able to speak directly to that customer in a language they understand. I remember there was a time where I tried to create a snowboarding niche store, like a skiing, winter sports kind of niche store. This was a fair few years ago now, but I tried to do it, and I'm not a snowboarder, I'm not a skier, I know absolutely nothing about the lingo or anything about the customer, and guess what? The website completely failed. It did not work at all because I didn't understand my customer. I didn't understand what problems they faced, what they were after. And this is why a lot of people say go with a product you're passionate about or something that you're knowledgeable about, because it becomes a lot easier for you to be able to talk to your customer. Because in theory, you are the customer. You are your perfect customer. If you're interested in a product and you know everything about it, you are technically the target audience for your product. So that's why a lot of people say go for a product you're interested in. But at the end of the day, like I said, product is king. Going for something you're interested in might not, be what the market is interested in. So always try and be a little bit careful with that, but you definitely have to understand your customer, whichever product you'll go for. I tend to stay away from kind of beauty products and things like that because I have absolutely no idea about the beauty market. I don't know what any of it means, kind of thing. So it's not really something I tend to go into myself personally because I can't talk to the customer in the way that they need. I don't understand it. So when, really understanding that customer is incredibly important. If you have a product and you don't understand what your customer wants from that product, it's going to be very hard for you to be able to convince your customer or your potential customer to buy from you because they won't see the value in it. They don't see the value in your offer if you can't convey the benefits, you can't speak to them in the way that they want to be spoken to. It's very, very, very important for you to understand your customer if you want to be successful with your business. The third thing that I wish I'd known when I first got started in this was that the benefits of your product are far more important than the features. For a long time, I was writing product descriptions with just bullet pointed features, and I see it time and time again from people in my academy, people reaching out to me. I see kind of what people are doing, and I totally get it because I've done it myself. And it's very much a case of you will just list what the supply is right on AliExpress, made of zinc, highly durable, lightweight, kind of thing. That's what people start putting in bullet points. And if you really think about it, does the customer really care about that? Or do they care about the reasons behind those features? What are the benefits behind those features? That's more important. So you always want to convert your features into benefits. And the easiest way to do that is just literally just create a little matrix where you list all your features down one side and then list all the benefits of those features down the other. So for example, if one of your features was waterproof, if the product you were selling was waterproof, let's just say it was a watch, okay, and then it was waterproof. Your feature would be waterproof, but the benefit of that feature is that you don't have to take it off when you're washing your hands. It doesn't matter if it rains. It doesn't matter if you want to jump in the swimming pool, you can wear it. That would be the benefit. So depending on, going back to understanding your customer, what is the customer going to be buying that watch for? If they are a professional, then it's a case of, you could wear it for work, you don't have to take it off when you wash your hands when you go to the bathroom, kind of thing. You could do something like that. That would be the benefit. Or, if you get caught out in the rain in between meetings, you don't have to take it off because it's waterproof, kind of thing. Whatever the reason, you got to think about the benefits. So list all of your features and then convert them into benefits and really focus on the benefits and how those benefits will solve the problem for your perfect customer. As you can see, it's all kind of coming together to link. So your perfect product, understanding your customer, understanding the benefits of it, and linking it all together to create this offer that people want. And it's incredibly important for you to understand how to do that, because if you do, and you get everything, all those little pieces in the right place, your sales will go through the roof, because now you are connecting directly to that customer. You are solving the problem they are facing by talking about the benefits, and you have a product that the market wants. And that is how you kind of unlock that whole kind of e-commerce dropshipping model, because you are giving that perfect customer the exact product and the exact problem, or the exact solution to their problems. And that's how you make profit across your business. The fourth thing that I wish I'd known when I first got started is how important testing is. You have to be able to test everything with your business. Now, the very first thing you'll probably come across testing is your ads. Your very first ads that you test, it's incredibly important to test ads. So at a minimum, you want to be testing three ads, really. You could do, 3 videos with different hooks at the beginning. You could do 2 videos and a carousel ad, or you could do a picture, a carousel, and a video. It's up to you. You can do different combinations, but at least test different variations of ads to see which ones work the best, because you don't want to be just, go into a conversion purchase campaign with one single ad and just hope it works, because for all you know, you could have an absolutely amazing product, but the ad that you chose to select as your first ad might be rubbish. And if you then look at the numbers and go, no one's making sales, it must be the wrong product, and you go and change your product, you could have just potentially lost hundreds of thousands of dollars in profit by cutting something off because you didn't test properly. So testing different ad variations is incredibly important if you want to try and increase your click-through rates on your business. So anything, above 1%, you're doing all right with it, kind of thing. Anything above 2%, looking great. Anything below 1%, then there's something wrong with your ads. You need to be, revisiting the ads and really trying to connect with your customer a little bit more, which again goes back to understanding your customer if you want to make more money with your business. But in terms of testing, you want to be obviously testing your ads to try and get the best ads through. You want to be testing price points to see if you can increase the price to get more profit, even if it's only by $1 or $2. That really does add up over time. So you kind of want to be testing price points to see what works. You want to be testing kind of really small changes as well. Things like whether the having add to cart on the add to cart button is kind of converts better than, say, having a buy now button. Little things like that. Obviously, changing the colors of the buttons, all these little 1% changes you can actually start playing around with. But I think at the beginning, what you want to test is obviously you want to test your ads, and you want to test your audiences, and you want to see how those numbers perform. And then from there, depending on what those numbers are like, you want to basically then jump into testing your audiences and testing different price points and things like that, really trying to optimize everything. But testing is incredibly important with your business. I see it time and time again, and I was guilty of it as well when I first got started. It was literally one ad against like 1 or 2 ad sets, and then if it didn't work, I'd try another product. That was literally my entire testing strategy when I first got started, and it doesn't work ultimately. You have to test, but there comes a point where you have to stop testing as well. You can over-test. You can do too much testing, and if you're just constantly testing different ads and hoping you're going to make money, and you're not understanding your numbers, then there's a problem somewhere else. You need to be looking at the entire funnel really. But testing is incredibly important. You need to test. You need to be testing different ads, different price points, different audiences to really find the best ones. And if you have got a product that people want, if you focus on the benefits rather than the features, if you understand who your perfect customer is, kind of the rest of it should then fall into place quite easily, because like I said, the product is the most important piece. Your advertising, people put too much focus on the advertising. It's very, very simple to kind of advertise. You just fire an ad that, sort of spikes people's curiosity, and you test audiences. as long as you're testing audiences that seem pretty relevant to your product, you can't really go wrong with it. In most cases, if you aren't getting sales, it's not really the ad side. It's most likely the offer itself in terms of the product, the price, the website, understanding your customer, the benefits, things like that. That's probably where the issue is, not really with the audience targeting. But testing is really important. It's definitely something you need to be doing if you're not doing it. And yeah, definitely include that into your strategy if you want to see success with the business. And then finally, the fifth thing that I wish I'd known when I first got started was that spending more on your ads doesn't mean you will make more money, okay? This is something I see happen. A lot of people think that, if I spend $200 now, I'm gonna make $1,000 back. It doesn't work like that. Like, spending $200 means you're going to reach $200 worth of impressions, okay? So that doesn't mean you're gonna make more sales. It just means you're gonna reach $200 worth of people, basically. If you spend $5 in a day, you will reach $5 worth of people. But if you spend $50 in a day, you will reach $50 worth of people. And the only difference between the $5 a day and the $50 a day is a 10-day time period. That is it. All you're doing by spending $50 in a day is speeding up the process of getting results, positive or negative. So if you're not seeing profit at a low budget, the chances are you're not going to see profit at a high budget. So don't start increasing your numbers unless you're profitable or consistently profitable across your campaign. So there is absolutely nothing wrong with starting at $5, $10, $15 a day. In some cases, I still do that now, sort of thing. I still start really low because you want to kind of see, especially at the beginning when you're not sure if something's going to work, you're not sure if your funnel's set up properly. You want to start low and you want to optimize kind of those sales funnels that you've got. You want to optimize the ads, you want to optimize the landing page, the pricing, you want to optimize all of that before you start increasing the budget. So understanding that spending more doesn't mean you will make more sales is incredibly important. There isn't a one-to-one sort of scaling ratio with Facebook. So for example, if you spend $10 on a campaign and you make one sale, that's great, yeah? But if you spend $100, it doesn't mean you're going to make 10 sales. It's not a 10x increase. It doesn't work like that. What you might find is when you spend $100, you might make 8 sales or 7 sales. It kind of starts to dip down. So understanding that spending more doesn't make more is incredibly important. What you need to understand is that if you are spending a low level, $10, $15, $20 a day, and that isn't working, there is something wrong with the funnel somewhere. So, this is what comes back to testing, it comes back to the benefits, it comes back to understanding your customer, it comes back to the product, ultimately. If you are not profitable or low scale, you need to be understanding your numbers. And understanding the numbers is incredibly important. You have to understand every single metric in the ads manager in order to be able to be profitable across the business. So if you aren't making sales, go back to the dashboard. Look at the numbers on your ads managers, look at the numbers within Shopify, figure out where there is a drop off. Is it something to do with your ads? Is it something to do with the landing page itself in terms of the product page? Is it something to do with the price? Is it something to do with the product, the website, whatever? Figure that out before you spend any more money, because like I said, if it's not working at a low budget, the chances are it's not going to work at a high budget. So don't waste money just chasing sales because it's not going to happen. Figure out what is going on. And again, this goes back to testing. And as you can probably see, all 5 of these kind of tips in this video all link together. It all creates this kind of sort of ecosystem where everything is aligned. All your messaging is aligned, your go-to-market strategy is aligned, you've tested everything, you've got a perfect product for the market, all comes together, and that is when you'll start to see success. So those are the 5 things that I wish I'd known when I first got started. It would have saved me a lot of money in expensive mistakes if I'd known that at the beginning. So hopefully it's going to save you some money as well by knowing that now. Thank you for watching the video. If you are interested in learning a bit more about kind of the strategy and the roadmap that you need to take in order to improve your business and really make dropshipping a success, then there is a link in the description down below that's going to allow you to book in a free call with myself and my team. We're going to have a chat with you to see kind of what problems you're facing, kind of the goals that you want to achieve with your business, and we're going to see if we can help you. So it's a totally free call. Just click the link in the description down below, book in your call now, and we'll have a chat with you to see how we can help. But yeah, I hope you found this video useful. If you did, please drop it a like, subscribe if you're new. If you want me to kind of do a video on a particular topic coming up, then drop it in the comments down below. Also in the comments down below, you can let me know kind of, any sort of tips that you found, any tricks that you found with your business so far. That'd be really useful for people as well. But yeah, that is the end of this one. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you in the next one.